Welcome to my review, finally, of the Evercade. We're going to dive straight in and just answer the question, what is the Evercade? What does it come with? And then we're going to dive into some live gameplay and my thoughts about this amazing device.
The Evercade is a brand new cartridge-based console designed to play classic retro games. Evercade designed this beautiful machine to deliver a handheld retro gaming experience that is authentic and offers great value. This is the only modern handheld console that delivers fully licensed, physical, collectible cartridges of classic games like Earthworm Jim with beautiful manuals from legendary publishers. Now, in terms of the physical games, there were 10 cartridges available at the moment, totaling 122 games across the 10 cartridges themselves. On each particular cartridge, you can expect between 6 and 20 games, and we're going to be taking a look at them later in this video. In terms of what you can get in the box, you've got your quick start guide, you've got the delicious Evercade itself, rocking a D-pad, a screen that's very similar size to the PSP, and an XYAB button formula, very reminiscent of that of the Super Nintendo. We have the volume rocker, 3.5mm headphone jack, charging port, and then on the top you guys can see the L&R buttons, the mini HDMI cable port, the on-off slide switch, as well as the cartridge port itself. This is the kind of premium edition which is available to buy, and you get 3 of the cartridges included in this premium edition. You've got the Namco Collection, Atari Collection 1, as well as the Interplay Collection 1 right here. Let's take a look at this in some more depth.
So thank you to Blaze Entertainment for sending me this device to review. All of my opinions are my own, and I was fortunate enough to get, as of the time of receiving it, every single game cartridge known to the gaming world. And in total here, there's around 122 games that I've been able to play on the Evercade over this last week. Now, when I first saw this device, I actually looked at it on a picture and I thought it looked a little bit tacky. I wasn't overly keen on the colour scheme, but as I've kind of got this in my hand, I've actually realised it's not tacky at all. It's got a really nice weight to it and some lovely ergonomics on the back, and I find it actually very, very comfortable to hold in the palm of my hand when I'm playing. The size of this screen is pretty much similar to the size of a PSP screen, and I think overall the screen puts out a fantastic resolution of 480p by 272 pixels. One of the downsides I would say around the screen, when you do stretch this from 4.3 aspect ratio up to the kind of like stretch to full picture, it doesn't seem to constrain the proportions of the pixels, and sometimes for me the image can look a little bit stretched. But I don't play in full screen. I play in 4.3 aspect ratio, which, to be fair, most retro games were designed to be played with that ratio anyway. So like I said, the handheld itself, I love the fact that the on-off button isn't a button, so you can't accidentally switch it off. It is a slide-in switch. Love that little feature. It's the small things that really do make a big difference. And I am so elated that the speaker, the kind of little headset port, is on the bottom rather than on the side or on the top. So if you're kind of playing this, you've got your little headset and it's quite easy to actually sit and play this without the wire getting in the way. So I'll be using this to travel with, and as I speak, about 15 minutes ago I ordered an official Evercade game case for this from Game's website. It seemed to be the only website that had them in stock, and obviously Game is one of the official places here in the UK where you can buy one of these from. So there are 10 games cartridges. Like I said, 122 games packed in here. I love the fact that there's a physical cartridge that you can put in the back. It can be very, very, very tight to get the game cartridge in, and it can be very, very tight to get the game cartridge out especially. But what I found is the more I've used it, the easier that process has been. And again, if you're like me, you grew up in the 90s, you love a good instruction manual. Every game that comes in with the cartridge has a little bit of information in here, and one of the first things I did when I got these manuals out was this. wow. I know that sounds stupid, but the nostalgia of the smell of an instruction manual for me was on point. Some great artwork in here, little bits of facts and, you know, pictures of the device itself that tell you the basic controller layout. So I think this for me is one of the biggest selling points, because if this was another device that I needed a micro USB for, it wouldn't have been as appealing to me. But we can actually now have physical media, which I'm all about physical media. And I think 2 days ago, Blaze Entertainment announced the Oliver Twins, obviously famed for making the Dizzy series. They have a cartridge coming out. We have an Atari Lynx cartridge coming out, and it's great because on their website it tells you what is to come, and it's clear to me that Blaze have put a ton of passion, love, care and containment into this wonderful product that I feel blessed to be able to review with you guys. Now, there's no kind of rhyme or reason as to how many games are on these cartridges. They range from 6 up to 20, and if you look on the back, there's one screenshot of every game on the back. So, I mean, the text is a little bit small, so you mean I was able to read it, but just bear in mind that even in the manual itself, if you need glasses or you can't read small text, that can be a downside if we're being inclusive of everybody. So just something to bear in mind. I don't know if there are digital instruction manuals on Evercade's website, so I will be sending this video to the devs. So maybe if you're watching this video, devs, are there any digitalized manuals of these for people that struggle to kind of read, or I don't know, you know, just struggle to read? Because I was like that on some of them. So I am thrilled to bits with this. My favourite, if I can find it, is the Pico. I love the Namco. I love the Data East stuff as well. Where was the Pico collection? So there are 20 games on this, and I've just been loving playing the Immortal, Tinhead. I really like Radical Rex, Top Racer. In fact, it's still in the device as I'm kind of reviewing this now because I have been playing it quite a bit. In terms of internal menu systems, it's uniform. Simply press the menu button on here and it brings up, you've got your settings menu, you've got your save, you've got your load states, which is dead easy to navigate, because there's nothing worse than an over-encumbered menu that just confuses the heck out of you. This is sleek in its operating system, it's responsive, and I really like it. And I did misjudge it on its appearance, but it feels and looks really, really nice. It's not too weighty, but it's weighty enough that you go, you know what, this is a quality product I'm holding here. Now, another thing that I think is worth mentioning is when they sent me the paperwork to this, it does actually say here that please note the unit you have is not 100% final. We have improved the fit of the cartridges on the production units as we feel they were a little too tight and needed wearing in. So we need to just be mindful of that this may change. I would love to see this product come out with new skins. I'm definitely 100% going to be buying all of the new cartridges that come out because I'm that passionate about this product. Now, one of the other features that I am not fussed about at all, and I've deliberately not tested, you can actually play this on your TV from a mini HDMI to HDMI cable. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't come included, which is a shame, but I'll be absolutely honest with you. I am not going to sit at my TV and play this. I will use this as a handheld. So that's why it kind of it didn't excite me. It wasn't a big selling point. And I know there are a lot of reviewers out there that have kind of used that in their review, but it just wasn't for me. And even if they had included the cable, it still wouldn't have enticed me to play it on the TV. So is it something that I feel is a redundant feature? Possibly. But you never know. Again, if you've got kids, then they may prefer to play it on the TV. So just be mindful of that you will need to buy a mini to HDMI cable if you do decide to purchase the Evercade. So I am absolutely delighted about this product. Yes, it has some flaws in terms of taking the cartridges out and putting them back in. But again, I did find that eased the more and more I used it. So don't let that put you off. I love the kind of LR clicky buttons there. They've got a lovely ergonomic shape to them and they click. You can hear them, they're really, really nice. I love the little startup sound as well, as when it starts, it says Evercade. You can hear the kind of static in the background when the logo just kind of fades out. and that to me reminds me, it's very kind of 80s touch there. Sound wise on this, I've had no problems. I haven't noticed any kind of cracking in the volume of the games. It's got a good volume to it. If anything, it's maybe a little bit too loud, even when it's turned down. But again, I just think you need to find your comfort spot like I found mine. So this is a lovely product. Great ergonomics, not overly keen on the design, it's a little bit bland, I would like to see a little bit more from that, but in terms of its functionality, I have absolutely no qualms whatsoever. If you are interested in looking at this in a more of a technical depth, I would recommend you watch Digital Foundry's video, as they do break it down and give you all of the kind of frame rate stuff and all the really technical gubbins. But if you want to buy this, I make no money off any sales. It is available in Argos in the UK, Amazon, Funstock and Game, starting from £59.99. Blaze Entertainment, you rock. I'm looking forward to what is coming from you, and I'm a customer for life now with these beautiful Evercade cartridges. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Please hit that subscribe button, and if you are kind enough and you want to sponsor and level up your support with this channel, hit the first link in the description or the join button if you're on a desktop. But for now, my name is Gemma. Take care. Have a beautiful day. See you soon.